In a moment, 66 million years ago, the world lived in an eerie, almost unnatural calm. Gigantic dinosaurs roamed the land without fear, creatures larger than buses, heavier than tanks, dominating every corner of Earth. Oceans stretched endlessly, forests rose like living walls, and life flourished under a warm, prehistoric sun. But far beyond Earth, millions of kilometers away, a dark, silent object was cutting through space with terrifying purpose. A massive asteroid, ancient, cold, indifferent, was hurtling toward our planet at an unimaginable speed. An object that would reshape the future of Earth forever and decide which species would survive and which would vanish. This is how the end of a 165 million year era began. Hours before the impact, there were no warnings, no blazing comet tail streaking across the sky, no rumbling in the ground, no sign of the catastrophe racing toward them. Dinosaurs lived their ordinary day, hunting, migrating, raising their young, battling for territory. To them, the world was stable, eternal. Nothing seemed capable of ending it. But high above the atmosphere, a 10-kilometer-wide asteroid was slicing through space at 25 kilometers per second, faster than a bullet by 20,000 times, faster than anything life on Earth could comprehend. As the asteroid touched the edge of the atmosphere, the air in front of it compressed so violently that it ignited instantly. It transformed into a blazing fireball brighter than the sun, a flaming sphere of destruction heading straight for the surface. Animals looked up, sensing something, but it was already too late. Then, in a single instant, the asteroid slammed into what is now the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico with a force beyond imagination. The explosion that followed was equal to 10 billion Hiroshima nuclear bombs, an energy release so massive it could have boiled the oceans if it had struck deeper water. The Earth shook as if the planet were made of fragile glass. Mountains trembled, forests were ripped from the ground, rocks and soil vaporized into superheated gas. Entire coastlines were swallowed by a rising wall of destruction. A tsunami nearly 1.5 kilometers high burst outward, racing across the oceans at jet-like speeds. Continents far away felt the shockwaves. Wildfires erupted instantly, igniting trees, plains, and even the air itself as the heat flash swept across the land. Animals within hundreds of kilometers didn't even have time to understand what happened. Everything vanished in seconds. All of this happened in the first 10 minutes. But the real catastrophe began after that. Millions upon millions of tons of dust, sulfur, and rock were blasted into the atmosphere. They spread across the sky, forming a dark, suffocating blanket around the planet. Day turned to night, so dark that even the brightest stars disappeared. Sunlight stopped reaching the ground. Temperatures dropped rapidly as Earth entered a deadly cosmic winter that would last for years. Plants could not photosynthesize. Forests wilted. Vegetation died on a global scale. Without plants, herbivores starved. Without herbivores, carnivores followed. The food chain collapsed, step by step, species by species. Dinosaurs, no matter how massive, powerful, or fearsome, began to weaken slowly, painfully, one by one, their worlds slipping away. Volcanoes erupted more frequently, releasing toxic gases. Ash mixed with sulfur and dust turned rain into acidic storms. The oceans cooled, killing countless marine species. Life was unraveling. Imagine a massive Tyrannosaurus, the apex predator of its time, a creature that dominated Earth for ages beyond human comprehension, now standing in a world that is dark, freezing, silent. No prey, no warmth, no sunlight, no hope. The final days of the dinosaurs were not filled with roaring battles or heroic struggles, but slow starvation, freezing nights, and a collapsing ecosystem. Gradually, the last non-avian dinosaurs disappeared from the Earth, not with a single explosion, but with the quiet, unstoppable decline of a world that could no longer support them. An entire era ended because of a rock that came from beyond the solar system. But the end was the beginning of everything new. Small mammals, barely larger than modern rats, hiding in burrows and feeding on anything they could find, survived. Birds, the only surviving descendants of dinosaurs, survived. Creatures that needed less food, that could shelter underground or fly away from danger, found a way through the darkness. And millions of years later, from these survivors emerged the first primates, then early humans, then civilizations, cities, technology, everything we know today. The strange truth is this: had the Chicxulub asteroid never fallen, dinosaurs might still rule the Earth, mammals might have stayed small and insignificant, and we, humans, might never have existed at all. This is the day that erased the world of dinosaurs and opened the path to ours. One explosion changed the fate of everything.